When it comes to trying to save the Earth, moving over to renewable energy, such as solar power, is the first thing that comes to mind in that regard. But not everyone sees the possible saving of
the
planet as a good enough reason for moving over to renewable energy. So, I'll be showing off how it makes sense from an economic standpoint for America to move to renewable energy. I'll achieve this by showing off the cost of installation and going into if enough energy would be produced. The cost of installation is a good place to start when it comes to covering solar panels, to which I must note that solar panels are actually fairly cheap. In 2015, the actual installation process cost just as much as buying a new car back then. However, it should be noted that some states have a taxing system in place. This tax system causes solar companies to have to pay the government for all the panels they create, which unsurprisingly led to an increase in price of solar panels. However, there is an easy solution to all of this, that answer being to create a carbon tax. A carbon tax where companies are taxed for any carbon emissions they create. This is done with the intent of discouraging big companies from releasing mass amounts of carbon, while also encouraging the use of clean energy by these big companies. California is a good example of this being beneficial to the economy as they have a carbon tax in place and are one of the most successful in the world in terms of economics. Now there is the concern of power and if renewable energy can produce enough of it. To answer this, I looked into how much energy a solar panel produces in a month and how much energy a typical household uses in a month, to which I have gathered and I'm currently displaying on the screen right now. With all of this in mind, solar panels are also 18 square feet, which would mean the average household would actually have room to spare, given that the average square footing of a house is 2,600 square feet. Given this information, it's pretty apparent that the only thing stopping the US from moving to clean energy is this idea that we don't produce enough energy, which, as I just showed, isn't the case. So we should be trying to make renewable energy the source of all of our energy.